Last call, then I head home.
Her Grace awaits inside.
Here at last. We lack only Damien now. I'm worried something might have happened to him.
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Audacious rat, the Cintrian. But we'll get him. I should double the patrols, just in case.
Fuck me.
Jolly.
Got this cur with the price on his head? It's him! Get him!
We've got to go. Together! No!
Shut up and fight.
We've got to go at you together. Together! Watch out! He's a witcher!
Guess it's a chap.
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
Old Gotish found his way to the Bordello, no doubt.
Just sang. Jukal guards full of things that worry not and drink, drink, drink. Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
They say a great deal about you, Witcher, and whisper even more.
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir. Ah,
All jests aside.
I'm more than...
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
Race no fuss, water no wine.
Ow!
Mary
Nice
had
tune.
a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow.
Viva la fête!
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now, available from...
late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Put your own house in order first.
Please do not
Go
disturb.
on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at canvas.
Good folk, yet another sign of artist. Perhaps in each
Paradise, paradise. What again?
silence. The artist must focus. I got it. It's the Soretor.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I see.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different.
Please do not disturb.
Gauze, scarlet, crimson boxblood, ice lips, full sensual parted lips. Yellow. Why yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Quite the noble color. Splendid. The sky over Toussaint.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Please do not disturb. What was we?
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
This painting is rather... It's very...
Bloody colorful, that's what. Ignoramus. True talent paints like rain.
The great bronze. Let's go. Your words, as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor. Power and influence. A metaphor. What else will they think of? If they can't agree, they ought to cut the line. And you, the constant strength.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
It's Geralt of Rivia.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
It's fine. Relax. Master Hoover is a generous patron and a truly wonderful...
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Bravo, dearest. Trust me. He...
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ah, how beautiful. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
As for that stipend, I'm sure you understand. There are a great many highly qualified candidates.
Then I shall have to convince you your ample generosity would be best.
We wish to be alone. Please, leave. As for that stipend, I'm sure you understand. There are a great many. Are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it. Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard?
Do you fear taking a bath?
We must throw off the mask. Venture beyond the bounds of
synth, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exceptional, true. Would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame. Needs I remind you.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.